Good morning. So today I've got kind of a two-parter for you, and well, a silly story. It's not that big of a deal. I got a couple other things I might throw in there as well, but this isn't going to be a drama-filled episode, if you will. Hey, not everything in my life was bad, and I'm not going to come on here and act like everything was bad. I'm going to tell you about the good moments, too. I'm going to tell you about the moments to where I was the one that was absolutely, without a doubt, the problem. And boy, there is many a time in my life that was the case. However, what I would like to talk to you about today, and again, it's kind of a two-parter, is that you should, never, ever, ever stop learning. You should always strive to learn every single day. You should set out to learn new things. The second part of this is never let anybody else set the limits of what you can do. Never do that. See, again, this is the Art of War, second edition. And part of the Art of War talks about shutting people down before they even get started. Well, I would tell you this. They have about gotten that perfected. I mean, they have got that down to a science, literally and figuratively. Don't ever let somebody else tell you your limitations, what you can do, what you can't do. And I've got a story about this. I've told this story before. And this is by no means, I damn well better put the disclaimer on it, this is by no means mechanical advice. So, this is crazy. One of my very favorite vehicles that I've ever owned, probably the favorite vehicle that I've ever owned, and I've owned some cool stuff, so don't think, I've owned some cool stuff. 88 Daytona Shelby Z, that thing was really cool. I owned some cool stuff, but my favorite was my 1978 LTD 2. That thing was incredible. The hell that car had endured is astonishing, and it kept getting up for more. So one day I had this bright idea. My best friend at the time, CJ, he had a set of rims that I really liked. They were Kragers, and I really liked these rims. I say a set, I mean a pair. I'm sorry. He didn't have 4, he had 2. But that's okay, because I ran across a couple of slots. They're like ET slots for the front. I would love to have had a set of slots all the way around, but hey, I'm just a kid. I think it's probably 19 or something, 18, 19 at the time. And, slots weren't something that were just, a dime a dozen at the time. They'd kind of already been a thing. And anyway, really cool runs these Kragers he had. Well, not really, but they were really cool because they were right there and I could make a deal on them, right? That made them cool. There was just one problem in all of this issue. A whole ordeal. And that was the rims came off of his 1960, not originally, of course, but they came off of his 1967 Chevelle SS. And I had a Ford LTD. Some people might see some problems there. No, I didn't get out a drill. Nothing quite that drastic. But as I'm setting out in the yard, the driveway I should say, with my car up on blocks, My dad's coming out there shaking his head. What in the hell are you trying to do now? Put these rims on my car. You're trying to put Chevy rims on a Ford. Yep. You're going to kill yourself. Nah. Boy? Nah. My dad didn't know nothing, man. Nothing. Ever. So, hey, he was wrong here. So, whatever. What I did in order to get the rims to fit on the car is I took the lug nuts and I just screwed them on, just, not all the way, obviously, but enough that I wouldn't damage the threads if I tapped on the lug nut. So that's what I did. I took the lug nuts, I put them on the studs, and I just took a hammer, like a ball peen hammer, and I just tapped the studs out just ever so little, because they had to come out just a little bit in order to fit in the 5-lug Chevy holes. So that's what I did. I just rotated the rotor on or the hub on the car, just enough to be able ting, 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 and I just kept going around slowly and easily. I went around several times. It's not like I just went all gung-ho full force the first time around. Because I wanted to do it slowly and easily, because I wanted it to be as equal as possible, because the balance show, I understood these things. I understood why my dad said that I was going to get myself killed. And I understood all this good stuff. But, there kind of happens to be this little problem that I've got a brain too. Imagine that. And all the things that my dad was warning me about and that was concerned about, I had already gone through my head. And through theory, came up with it should be okay. Now, it may sound crazy, and it does sound crazy, but guess what? I was right. I drove that car for probably a year. Never once lost a rim that my dad promised me I was going to do, that I was going to lose a rim. Not one time. Now, I'm not advising you to go out and put Chevy rims on a Ford car. Clearly not. But what I'm telling you is that sometimes things can be done that you would never imagine you'd be able to do. And that one story encompasses both the knowledge, the striving to learn, and the not letting others set the limitations of what I can do. People will do that all the time. I often said that one of the reasons why knowledge is what I decided at a young age, that's what I wanted to seek more than anything else, was knowledge, was because the fact nobody could take it away. This idiot pinball preparedness is trying with everything he's got to take away my knowledge, and he can't. He can't take it away. All he can do is lie and manipulate. That's all he can do. Lie and manipulate, which he does daily. And you'll learn something real quick as you gain more knowledge, as you walk through life. You'll have a lot less friends. And you'll realize just how many people, just how often, actually try to bullshit each other. And it's pretty sickening. It really, truly is. But today, more than ever, people will try to shut you down before you even get started. Educate yourself. Never stop learning. And then you get out there and you do it, and you put middle fingers up all around as you do. Shalom.